it's weird to say welcome back to Kind of Creepy because for you guys it hasn't been that long, but for us to actually sit down together, we've had some flub ups. Actually, Matt and I sat down last week and we sat in silence for a while. I talked a lot.
Yeah.
Matt
Yeah.
talked. I
I
didn't hear
had no
anything.
audio. I had to we'll pull the curtain back a little bit. I had to completely rebuild the show from the ground up. So everything you're seeing is brand new. I don't
Yeah,
even know
he
if
got
they
a
know
new
this yet. So
he got a new computer and everything, and it
yeah.
we just really had to. He installed everything, and he wasn't getting. We could, and God, we spent an hour trying to figure out why.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, just the two of us. God knows how long he spent because nothing made sense as to why he
About a
couldn't get
week.
audio.
Yeah.
He ended up having
Oof.
to remove a bunch of stuff and reinstall a bunch of stuff, and but we got
Yeah.
there. Luckily, we had a few things on the back burner that we got to put out. Did you put out the turkey video?
So that was one of the things that actually got lost. So side
No,
note,
no.
luckily, yeah, no, well, hang on. So it was lost on my computer, but luckily I had uploaded it to our shared Google Drive, so it will get edited and put out
That's
soon.
good.
So
It's a
yeah,
very
I
short one.
literally found it while we were getting set up this morning. So
It's
yeah.
a short one the three of us did, and it's just really funny and fun to watch.
But yeah, it got completely wiped out. I had to
that one will actually, I guess, be up before this technically,
probably. Yeah.
So you've already watched it.
Yeah, I had
It was
to.
funny.
I had to wipe my entire computer clean and start with a fresh install of Windows, and
People are like,
lost
the turkey
everything.
video.
So, yeah.
Isn't that every video with you guys in it? The turkey video. Anyways, I'm Jason Emmett because I didn't tell you.
I'm KC Masterpiece.
And I'm Twisted Kid Matt.
Welcome back to Kinda Creepy. All right, so we're gonna start with one we did. Probably might have been one of the last ones you saw if you watched it. I brought a video. Now, I'm gonna say a few things up front. We said in it, watching it, that it just didn't look right and we didn't buy it. But what's amazing to me is this is the whole point of this show. When we figure out what something really is, we're going to tell it to you guys. But we're going to look really stupid when we point it out.
Oh yeah,
but
real stupid.
Kevin hasn't heard this yet. He's seen it originally, but he doesn't know what we're about to show him. I want to say a couple things. So Matt's wife saw this. Connie is who caught this.
Yep.
Okay, and I get a text from Matt. And it says, dude, go back and watch the first video. Now, first, I didn't know what he was talking about. I'm like, what do you mean the first video? And he said what it was. And I'm watching the video that I'd sent him for this week. I'm going, no, it's not. Are you guys insane? And I'm like, oh, maybe you meant last week. And it took all of 5 freaking seconds. And I went, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Clearly, once you know, it is clear.
Mm-hmm. And everything about it makes sense. Why the guy is running away.
Everything
makes sense. Like there's nothing supernatural about it.
Not a thing supernatural about it.
Yeah, I would run away too.
But here's what I want to bring up. I want to bring this up because this is important. This video was out there. I didn't just come across it was out there. People were talking about it. What is this? What is this? I purposely sat down first with my kids. I have 2 adult children, and I said, watch this video. And we're on a 65-inch TV. This wasn't like on a little screen.
Yeah.
And they watched it and they're like, well, it is weird. I'm like, but what do you think it is? They're like, I don't know. We don't know. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I told them and they're like, oh my God. I'm like, yes. Same with my wife. I sat down with my wife and I won't tell you what she said, but she didn't get it right. She was closer, but she wasn't quite there either. And then when I told her, once you know, it's hard not to know. But the point behind the show was when we can prove something right, like false or God only knows if we ever prove something is 100% legit. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
Because that's what we want to do here on the show. Let's roll this.
Yeah.
And Kevin, since we haven't talked to you about it, you'll probably remember the video.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and roll it. All right, here goes. Remember the guy? He sees something and he runs. We thought that was weird. And then the weird little
goblin, right?
Yeah.
Or
well, it's not. Kevin, I want you to pay close attention to the front right corner of the screen when this goblin comes across.
Okay.
Don't look at it till it gets up to the front right corner and tell me if it doesn't look exactly like what it is. Well, it won't work. It'll work here. Just watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so clear now. I don't know how we ever thought it was anything else.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you think it is? Not supernatural at all.
Here, watch it from the original clip here.
Yeah.
Now just don't look at it till, I mean, you can kind of look at it, but pay close attention to it when it gets up close to you. You still see it, right? See, that's my point. Now, what if I told you my wife said, well, it's an animal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it is. It's an animal.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say you're looking at it backwards. Say you're looking at the wrong thing as the head.
Yep.
What you're looking at as the head is actually the tail. Now take a look at it.
What
And think,
animal runs with
Oh,
its tail up in the air?
skunk.
It's a skunk.
Yeah.
It's 100% a skunk. That's why the guy runs.
Yeah.
It's a skunk. He sees us. He's, whoa.
He doesn't want to be anywhere near a
now
skunk that's running up to potentially his house.
Now
Someone
you
else's
can't
house.
see anything but a skunk.
Yeah.
That's all you'll ever see. And that cracks me up. Connie caught it. He said in the first second, she's like, well, it's a skunk.
Yeah. She just goes, why are you watching a video of a skunk? And I'm like, oh, damn it. Okay. Yeah. So now think back to our reaction when we were originally watching this. Like, oh, it's a little goblin man. He's wearing a little cloak and he's got his arms out in front of him. We totally, yeah, like he's holding dowsing rods, I think is something I said too. We had all these things to justify that it was potentially a little goblin man. And
well, this is
no, it's a straight up skunk that could spray that guy and ruin his night. Because he's probably going on a date. Hopefully, he's just being nice and not.
All of this is important because what Matt and I talk about this all the time. Paradolia, right?
Yeah.
It is the human mind to want to see patterns, and so what happens is if you look at his tail from a distance, you'll see almost a face in it.
Yeah,
and that's the problem. You know, and it's that, and it kind of looks like it rounded in shoulders.
Yeah.
And our brain, when it doesn't understand something, this is legit. I'm not some scientist. You just read this. You can Google it. Our brain, when it can't make sense of something, will try to put stuff into known categories. It's just what it does. And we all want to think that it was, well, yeah, I hear that, but that's not me. It's all of us. You are not above it. It's just like when they say, like, well, people will remember, like, if they see a crime or something and they ask them about it, it's not uncommon for them to get parts of that crime wrong. And everybody thinks, well, it won't be me. My brain's like a steel trap. Till it isn't, and I'm going to tell you right now, my brain is not a steel trap. It's kind of like a vintage plastic one from 1970 something, where it's starting to kind of crack and break a lot. So it's a skunk.
If anything, it's like Mousetrap, where you just totally don't like know how to get it set up, and like you always hit the thing, and the little guy falls off the diving board. It's like that. That's how his brain works a lot of times.
Yeah, I don't even know if it works that good anymore. But it's so funny. Matt texts me and says, "Dude, Connie it's a skunk," and I'm like, oh my god, it's a skunk. Like, I can't see anything but a skunk.
Yeah.
Anyway, we really wanted to debunk that. Kevin gets debunked from time to time. It's time to debunk me. I felt like, how did I miss it? Like, it's so weird.
Yeah.
It's like one of those stereograms. Once you see it, it's like I always see it. I can't not see it. But
it's not a schooner, it's a sailboat, you dumb bastard.
All right, so we actually have 3 videos for this week as well. We each brought one. I kind of forgot what mine is, to be honest, because I brought it 2 weeks ago, and now I don't remember what it is. Oh, no, I don't remember what mine is.
Yeah, well, we're going into yours first. So yours takes place in a cemetery.
Oh, mine takes place in the cemetery. I actually do remember. Thank you, Matt. So somebody's filming. This one's really weird to me. They're in a cemetery in the daytime. There's other people in the cemetery, which could first kind of throw you off that maybe this is a very famous video. I think it's from 2008.
Yeah, it's actually in the clip too. So
yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna see this weird little boy running across the cemetery, but then things get really weird. So there he is, no parents with him, just running, and then he sort of teleports up into a tree. And then you'll see him moving around the tree and then shoots back down into and gone.
Nope.
Yeah.
So this is what I was like, how do you think that's a skunk, man? So what's weird here again, this little weird little boy, just all pale, completely white, and then launches up. You see it shoot into the tree.
Mm-hmm.
See something move around the tree and back again, disappear, and then whatever that was.
Yeah. It just plops down into the into the
except
ground a little bit.
what makes this interesting is that there's see what the hell.
Yeah.
And then like the shadowy thing moves back and forth. You're gonna see that shoot back down, and then something's still moving around up there. I think it might have been the head of the guy walking through.
Yeah.
So yes, this could be a kid running through a cemetery, and his parents could be yelling at him. I guess like, "Well, come back here, Johnny." But then Johnny just
Yeah,
says,
but
"Screw
why
that."
he just jumps up into the tree and he's like, huh, no.
So I have a, I
He's
do
wearing
have a
Reebok
theory.
pumps and just he can run faster and jump higher. And apparently put himself
So
up
let's
into a tree.
he had him pumped up enough to jump. I do have a theory. Let me give it to you guys and see what you think, if it's plausible or not.
Okay.
So let's assume we're seeing two different things, and because of the crappy quality of the video, again, okay. So notice the dude walking there.
Mhm.
We know it's a person, but we can't make out any detail. It's all black and white looking when you zoom in. What
Mhm.
if there's a kid running through? What we think is him jumping up in the tree is actually a person walking out of that shadow, kind of moving in front of the tree, walking back around it. And what we, because if you pay close attention at the very last second after the white thing shoots to the ground again, you see what looks like a person, like the arms and shoulder
Yeah.
of an adult person and the head. So what if that kid is running to a person that's over there,
And he
and
like picks
it's
him
just
up.
sort of possibly, and then sits
Yeah,
him back down.
could be.
I have a feeling that what we are seeing is an actual child, and because again, look at this person walking to the left of the screen when they walk across, because the video quality is so crappy. It's 2008. God knows what they filmed this on.
Yeah, because I mean, at like earlier on in the film, it looks like it's in color, but now it looks like it's in black and white.
Yeah.
It's-
Maybe that
But
part
it's
of the
not. It
cemetery
just
is
zooms.
just
It just
so
zooms in.
just
Watch as it zooms in. We just lose like color
dreary
quality
looking. Yeah.
yeah.
because that was a zoom that I did. Because look on the left, there's still color. There's still green in the center and brownish.
Yeah.
I think it's just a really crappy phone. I actually think that maybe
we
there's
do
a
have
person.
like a breakdown of this real quick too. So you
Yeah,
slow
see
mode and
something
zoomed in
moves
a bit.
and moves back, and I think that's a person. And I just think they're sort of blending.
It's the drop down that I'm not able to
But what if you're right?
visualize like what's happening.
But what if they've picked them up and we couldn't see it because their back was turned, and then they turned and set them down? This kid who's wearing like all white.
Yeah.
See, what if that's not anything flying up into the tree? That's just the person, maybe.
Yeah, the whatever the trailing of like video is called. Like, I wonder if that's kind of what that is, because he kind
they
of turns into
turn
like a
and sit
mist
them down.
looking thing, and then goes down. Like, wonder if it's just a digital glitch, but it is very weird looking.
Motion
Um,
blur. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that there's people like closer in the foreground, that could be what's making this look as weird as it is. And now that we know that was a skunk in the other video, I'm being hypercritical of other videos now. So, but I mean, you got people walking closer, and then all of a sudden, there's like what looks like a white plastic bag being dropped on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know.
Potentially a child. Who knows? So
I think that it might be. I think what we're seeing is a legit kid running across the cemetery, probably to whomever is standing near that tree, and maybe, like you said, they pick them up or something, and we're actually seeing two people, but the video quality's so bad. If you look at that first guy that you see to the right, though, like he blends so much in. Like all you see is the white of the shirt that they're wearing. If that person and anything dark blends into that background so much, it's so grainy that if there were a person standing there, we might not even see them.
yeah,
Or it could just be Bigfoot, which is
it could
very
be.
possible.
Yeah.
Very well could be.
So anyway, that was my clip. Let me know if you have any information. This one, like I said, it's a pretty old clip. It's been out there for a while. The graininess of it, I mean, it's very weird, and I don't know what the person who was there that day saw. Like
why were they filming it? That's the whole other thing. Like, you're at a cemetery. If it looked weird to him, the fact that nobody else was reacting to it could just be, well, that's not my kid. I don't care. I'm not gonna, not pay attention to this other kid who's just running around a cemetery. It's weird that there's a kid running around a cemetery, but it's none of my business. So that's probably why they're ignoring it. So
I don't know. There were a lot of people in that cemetery. I mean,
yeah, Wait, what was the date on it?
December 31st, 2008.
Oh,
Hey, look, in all fairness,
they probably didn't set the date and time on the camera.
in all fairness, I do another channel. I do Rewind Toys, and I just did a toy hunt video that I go out and hunt toys, and I didn't realize at the bottom of the screen, apparently it says I was hunting toys back in like 2017 or something like that. I wasn't. It was like 2 weeks ago. So, sometimes we're just lazy, man. Is what I'm saying. So. But from what we know, it was December 31st, 2008. So you can't always trust those. So that's important too.
Go celebrate the new year by visiting your loved ones at a cemetery, I guess.
Well, we don't know where it was either. True. So, all right, what do we got next? We got Kevin's clip coming up.
Kevin's clip. All right. Kevin, you want to go ahead and set this one up?
All right. Let's see. Yeah, I do remember. This one is like this weird. I'm not sure if it's like AI. Or it just looks like this weird, creepy old woman who's like, I don't know, doused in like white paint or something. And
in reverse, they put a camera on a cat. Extra white lady.
Extra fingers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, Kevin, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I know exactly what this is. I have a breakdown.
I don't know exactly what it is. Okay. So I just want I'm gonna go with I think this is AI.
That's what I'm thinking.
There's an extra pinky finger.
Yeah.
I think this is AI. I think this is complete. Yep. Is it creepy? Yes, 100%.
Especially the audio of it. So I watched this while I was loading everything in, and I went ahead and created a little breakdown video for you here.
It also makes me really weary that it was taken. This clip was taken off of clearly off Instagram and mirrored.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the arm that's not attached.
Extra fingers. Yep.
Yeah.
And then the big one. Let's watch for the circled thing here. Okay, there's the arm back again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but that arm didn't just move backwards.
It just reappeared. Yeah.
Watch the circle here. AI meme, right there. It's the name of the channel. So yeah, it is a full-on AI video, but it is absolutely creepy and disturbing. Just the thought of a weird, like fully.
You want to know what I think happened?
White lady.
I think this is a legit video, and I think that is a cat approaching another cat.
Oh.
And then they AI'd a person over top of the cat.
And I even looked to see if maybe the cat itself changed too, because look at the windows in the background. I didn't even notice that until just now.
Yeah, there's
the reflections of the windows are really weird, but yeah, the arm like goes through the body and like whips around, like some weird contortion stuff, and but yeah, the fact
you could like see the curvature of the back. It does seem like it's like
it's cat-like.
It's so cat-like, yeah.
It's really pathetic. I'm like, clearly it's from Instagram, and don't pay attention to it. Right below it, it says AI. I think it's another cat. I think they've AI'd this over top of it.
Mm-hmm. Just AI'd an old lady's face and effed up fingers on the paws of a cat.
I mean, like, just let's just think about the anatomy of if this was a real person, they are severely deformed. I would say probably be the nicest way to put it. The legs, the arms, the hands, everything. Just
we are clearly in a populated place too. It's not like anybody else could.
Yeah, the neighbors look out the window and go, "Guys, your mom's in the backyard again. Can you pull her? She's scaring my kids."
Yeah, that old white lady's tweaking again.
Yeah,
yeah. I suspect that this was really a legit video of a cat encountering another cat.
Mm-hmm.
And
they superimposed it with AI.
Yeah, hey, let's put a creepy old lady on all fours in the backyard, just because. I mean,
this is the week of telling you guys to pay close attention to your
video. Yeah. So. Yeah, like when I was loading that in, I was like, "Hang on, I'm noticing some really weird stuff." So, yeah, and for the record, we don't normally debunk each other's videos like live like that. Like that was not me trying to go after you or anything, but
I'm
true.
Straight up debunked Kevin. I was like, "And here's the real bird."
This is a bird flexing and just being a gorilla looking bird, you know.
That raven was jacked. I don't know
It
about
was a
y'all,
pretty
but
jacked gorilla raven. Yeah, you know the famous gorilla raven.
Yeah, bros before crows, man. That's its life motto.
Pros before crows. No, it's really important. Oh, I'm gonna throw some shade. Is what I'm gonna do. Like, we're not like there are some shows out there that'll just show you a clip of something that is clearly not real, and they'll go, "We'll leave it up for you." No. Come on, man. Don't put it on your show if you know it.
Strangely
Like
enough,
that.
I'm currently, you can't see it because I'm wearing a hoodie over it, but underneath this shirt, and I'll show the guys off camera, I'm actually wearing the shirt of said other channel that we're speaking of currently.
No, there's no way you're talking about the one I'm talking about. There's no way. We're talking about one where the dude like literally puts up every freaking video, and we're like, "Why did you play that?" You've even called me and said, "Why did he even put that on there this week?" I'm like, "I don't." Really? Why would you have that shirt? That's interesting.
We're gonna pause here, and I'm gonna show him right now that yes, I am actually wearing this.
Anyway, so he did show us the shirt, and I was shocked. You really were wearing that shirt. I never would have thought that would be what
like
you
the
were
exact
wearing.
shirt that I was wearing. Yeah.
There's people out there assuming they know who we're talking about.
So full disclosure, without saying what the shirt is, it is related to an event that I attended yesterday that I did not tell the guys I was going to. It was kind of spur of the moment. But I went to a Bigfoot search up in Weston, Missouri yesterday and walked all over town getting clues about various Bigfoot-like cryptids from around the world and going and finding out what the clues were and all that. And I learned about several new cryptids yesterday and got to
cool.
I took a bunch of photos of some Bigfoot statues that they had in town, and we left with a couple of Bigfoot footprint casts for like stepping stones in our backyard.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, we got that, and like I said, they didn't know any of this was going on. A bunch of the stores in town were doing Bigfoot specials, selling hats and shirts, and I got a T-shirt, and they were selling like Bigfoot scat at like cookie stores, and just like little plop cookies that looked like Bigfoot poop.
Yeah, like what do they call those? Like reindeer, whatever they do at Christmas.
Oh yeah,
it was like that, and they had
lots of Jack Links.
Yeah, oh no, there was like Bigfoot, and there was somebody pulled up with a truck in the tailgate. They'd put a decal of the Jack Link's Bigfoot like laying down in like the Burt Reynolds pose when he's got his wang out. But yeah, that was on the back of someone's truck, and
you looked a lot more of that.
It was fun.
I did. I never noticed the wang.
I mean, Bigfoot's hung, dude. Just saying. So.
Well, no, I thought you were referring to
Burt Reynolds.
I mean, he probably was too. I don't know about all that, but rest in peace, Burt Reynolds, if you're dead.
Listen, in all fairness, we are not. I'm jokingly throwing shade. I do, like, even though I give them some crap for playing anything, I do watch the show. So
true, yeah. We're fans,
we're fans of a lot of different. So,
but yeah, full disclosure, I was wearing the same shirt that I'm wearing currently because I fell asleep on the couch when I got home because I walked across an entire town.
Think you know what show?
Yeah, and if you do, good job.
Yep.
I mean, the fact is, we're fans enough that Matt bought a shirt. So.
Yeah, exactly.
That says a lot, really.
Exactly. So,
all right, Matt, you brought us a video this week. What'd you bring us?
So, yeah, like I said, this is a bit of a longer one. There's nothing.
Is it as long as Burt Reynolds?
Yeah, it is. Yes, and everything, just improvising things. So, to my knowledge, there's nothing supernatural about this, although it is intense. It is very real. It's pretty well known video. There's a few guys that went out to do some urban exploring and kind of didn't heed some warnings, but also where they were at. It's
now I want to know: did they stop by a grocery store on the way, and there was an old man
You're doomed. You're all doomed.
You're out there, kids.
No, there was a sign of like, this is, you're trespassing if you're coming in here. This is it says something like it's a sacred place. Now, full disclosure, the original video is in, I believe, oh my god, I can't remember what language it is, but there's another language. I actually ran it through and I'm assuming an AI translator where it translates everything based off of the transcript of the original video. So it is what they are actually saying, translated into English. But they should have just stopped at the sign and just not gone on, because what happens after that is kind of insane. So we'll go ahead and play that clip right now. And like I said, it's a little bit of a longer one, but it kind of has to be.
Roll that beautiful.
Dit is wel spannend, ja.
Wacht, ik heb op.
So you're already hearing
Oh man,
dogs in the background.
dit is...
So
Dat is een mechelaar of
again, spotty translation by Bob.
Ja, die zijn van...
Ja, hoor die hond, ja.
So
Hier
here
is
they're
de
coming up to
ingang,
an
de
entrance.
poort.
Ja, dat is echt duidelijk privaat.
I mean, in all fairness,
Privaat
they
is in
got
plaats van
signs, but they don't really
gebed,
go.
geliefd ons ruimte
Like,
respecteren,
they're not really
gebed.
trying to keep
En
you
daar
out.
staat op,
Ja.
That's a very
pas op, waak.
Here's
Ik
a
ben hier
stick.
heel lang geleden eens geweest en
Don't
stond
go
hier vol met bungalows, met campings, met caravans, mobile homes, midden in het bos, allemaal verspreid,
I like
super
that
vet. En
some
ineens
words
is hier een waakhond.
translated from
Ja,
whatever
hier staat dat
language
bordje
is
met
still just
dak.
mobile
Ja.
Als je
home.
nu hier zo
So
inslagen...
this is like
Maar dat is
either
hier
like
veranderd tot
Dutch
een
or
Sounds
gebedding, want wat
German.
staat hierop? Dit is een
There's-
gebedplaats.
Ah,
I
so
think it
it's
was
just
Dutch.
Ja, ja, dat hebben ze hier gewoon zelf
like
gemaakt.
Dutch or-
Kijk, dat is een maar dat is hier gewoon een zigeunerkamp of een hippie camping of
I
zo
love that.
geworden.
Hippie
Hallo?
camping.
camping.
Hippie camping.
Ja,
Mogen
ik
wij
hoor,
hier
ja, ja,
wandelen?
hoort je het? Die deur.
And he's
Je
just
bent niet-
yelling to
ik hoor zo-
whoever posted the sign, hey, can we walk out here?
Zeker?
Ja.
Oh,
Oh, nee.
waar is dat?
And they should have just turned around and got back in their car and been
Dat is
like,
een deur, hè?
we don't go here.
Hallo?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's
Blinddoek gaan,
Dutch.
ja.
It is the kind
Kinda-
of stuff
Oh.
you shot.
Kind of sounds like my
Hartstikke-
sister-in-law.
Maak het wel goed.
She's
Ik
Dutch.
hoor van
Oh, I was
alles.
gonna say, she
Yeah.
just,
Kind of figured that.
Yeah.
Fucking eng. Oh,
We kind of. I mean, we made the assumption. That kind of sounds
Mogen we
like
hier
my
binnenkomen?
sister-in-law. She's from New Jersey.
like, no, Pennsylvania.
Wacht even.
dit is zo creepy, maat.
So
Dit is zo creepy, what the fuck? Het zijn hippies of zo.
Nee, ja,
Dat
dat
kan toch niet anders? Wie? Dat is zelf gemaakt. Die paal, dat kop ik in de hubo en ik stik die paal hier in de grond. Daar ziet je een hutje. Dit hier, dat is een soort van hutje en er staat een fiets bij. Modderende voeten, we zijn iets
So
verder
basically what
gewandeld
they're
en
saying is they
dit
could see a
blijkt, hola,
hut
hola.
off in the distance.
Ja,
a
gewoon
little
een
bit,
wandelpad te
like,
zijn.
where
Dus
somebody
hier kunnen wij wandelen.
possibly lives, but
Waar rijdt hier?
it's a public park.
Autobanden. Dit hier is
But
afgezet.
there's
Ik ga
also
toch eens kijken,
all
want
these
hier
little
Right, you
berries.
kind of made that.
staat
I
in de
could have
verte
made
een
that
bungalow.
pole.
Maar hier
like
hangt
that.
letterlijk
Yeah,
een bord met verboden toegang privaat en camerabewaking. Kijk eens aan. Oh manneke,
Private
dit is
property, there's
sketchy.
cameras.
Dus ja,
Yeah,
hier gaat
let's
iemand
just keep
wonen
walking.
gewoon.
I think I've seen part of the
Hoezo?
video.
Mm-hmm.
Just the.
And you
Yep.
hear screaming.
What the fuck?
Yep, I've
You-
seen
you
this
know
part.
this
I
video.
didn't.
What the fuck?
I didn't see the beginning of it, like all the lead up. I've seen what.
I cut this down. This is more of a 20-minute long video.
Letterlijk iemand die
We're getting kind of
wordt
the
letterlijk iemand
juicy
die
bits,
wacht in de
basically.
bos.
I'm saying it sounds like
is heel
somebody being
fucked.
tortured in the woods. And they've turned their lights off, but then they see something moving
Still
towards
best.
them.
Still better camera work than Blair Witch.
Right?
True, right?
Now, keep in mind, all of this is very real. Everything you're going to see actually happened. And again, according to YouTube guidelines, no one was hurt.
Right.
So,
What the fuck is
luckily,
dit, kerel?
but yeah, everything that happens in this 100% happened. They're hiding in the woods with their lights off, and then they see something moving around.
Kom maar hier. Kom maar hier. Blijf gewoon hier. Lamp aan of niet?
Turn
Hello?
the light or not, and then this is
Hello?
what happens.
This is.
Hello?
what I've
They
seen.
see her coming, and
What
she's
the
got a
fuck?
knife.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
She's got a huge knife, and is coming after them.
Hey!
So
There's like
obviously,
4 of them, though.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they could take her and what? She
Maybe.
got like a machete.
So you say that, however,
They have bath
he
salts. We
takes
don't
off
know.
running.
Good point.
Okay. Now, if he was smart, he would just kind of stop and turn off the light. But you know, now they know exactly where they're going because they're following a flashlight, right? So the three other guys that are with him, 2 or 3 other guys, they know where he's running because they can see him. But so can the person who's chasing them with the knife.
Still,
So-
running through the woods without a light at night is
Yeah.
probably not.
De politie.
Even
So-
she had a light.
Yeah. So here he's calling the police.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And he just waits until he sees the police show up, which is smart.
Ja, ik zie lichten.
And
Ziet je
they
mijn
actually
auto?
do show up.
Ziet je mijn auto?
So now the police are there.
Ja, ik ben het.
So when they get back to their car,
Ja, is goed.
the person that had been chasing them has damaged the car.
Ja.
Understandably, they tell them, put the camera on the ground, put your hands up. We don't know if you're the threat or whatever.
Goed omdraaien.
But it will become very obvious very soon that they are not the threat
Doe jas open.
because the threat shows back up again.
Ja, kijken dat je niks op staat hebt. Goed, mijn collega
So yeah,
gaat even
the
fouilleren.
person that was chasing them has tried to rip their license plate off and I think dented the car or tried to slash the tires or something. And then now they turn around because
Dat is die, dat is die.
the person with the knife is back there and they're going to deal with that.
Jij ook blijven.
He's like, leave it.
Nee, hoeveel mensen heb je gezien?
Understandably, the police don't want to think that
Ja,
it's all set up.
Ja, die is vast.
Right.
Of niet? Ja, die is vast. Ja, dat is vast.
So while yes, they were trespassing,
Ja, ik bezoek heel vaak straat.
But were they?
Ja.
Did she put up the signs
Camping is wel niet of zeven jaar.
in an area that wasn't hers?
possibly. And that's the thing, we don't have a ton, at least I don't know if there's been an update on this, but there's not a ton of backstory
Ja, ja, dat ken ik.
other than what you see in this video.
Die heeft me gebeld, die zeiden we zijn verder gewandeld op de straat.
When did this happen?
Maar zo, ik
Fairly
heb,
recently, it was within the past couple of years.
This last Tuesday. Yeah, I think I saw this video probably, but I didn't see the full thing. I only saw they gave the up lead and they showed them kind of walking and then the girl running at them and then the police showing up.
Yeah, now in
zei je?
this,
Waar zei
she
je?
goes after the police. So
Andere
they've now
politieauto.
given him permission to pick up his camera. He's been coded.
Ja, ja, ja.
He's done.
Ja, is goed.
I believe they're blurring all the police just because of the laws that they
Ja,
have.
hier, juist achter. Links op.
Now you come back over here, they got her kind of cornered.
Van vroeger, ja, dat is eraf gedaan. Ja, die is ervan afgetrokken.
So they ripped off the license plate. She starts going at him with the knife. And,
Ja, een beetje.
and again, I apologize. The translations are not the greatest. Just try to start walking away. And start back.
Why does she look so massive?
Well, the description of the video is tall woman with a knife chased us
She's
through
tall.
the woods.
Oh, she's Dutch. They are tall. Just saying.
Yeah, but so would the cops be. And she's like, look at that cop standing next to her. Look.
It's like almost a foot taller. Yeah, and they have to tackle her, take her to the ground.
Die, lamp. I know his dance.
Now, I don't know if that's a police dog or if that's just their dog, like the dog from the woods.
Either way, that dog's a good boy.
Yeah.
Seems pretty nice.
Now, look at him sneaky recording everything. Yeah. He's got the camera
Ready?
right there.
Here's what he's thinking. This video is going to get millions of
And
views.
it
Right.
did. It absolutely
Yeah.
did. Yeah. So they've got her on the ground, and that's kind of like the last of the update of what happened in the video. So, and then
Dit is wel
that's,
spannend, ja.
That's crazy.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
We say on this show all the time, like we've done, we did an episode that was literally things that weren't supernatural.
It was just
And because-
creepy.
Yeah, the stuff you encounter whenever you're watching these. Look at.
That is a big ass knife.
I thought she was wearing a robe, but it almost looks more like a trench coat
Yeah.
when you get close up.
Yeah. It's more of
Yeah,
a trench
'cause
coat.
it's got like lapels.
Yeah.
She,
She is
like-
very tall and chasing after them with a very large knife. Now, it's also been said that it might have been a hatchet.
I'd
Either
heard
way-
hatchet.
Either way, it's a weapon.
Like when you said
Yeah.
knife, I thought because I'd heard like a lady attacks with a hatchet, but
Yeah.
it makes you wonder like what would she have done had she actually like?
Yeah. Had she caught up
I think
to him?
I think she would have swung it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. I
And
mean, she was ballsy enough to approach multiple people in the woods with a hatchet. Like,
Dude, the way she runs.
if
at
it
him
had
is
been
creepy.
one person, yeah, okay, but she's going into a fight potentially with 4 people. So I don't know, but either way,
There's a lot
it's
we can't tell
insane.
because at first I thought it was like a really old lady in a nightgown or something. Now I don't even know if she's that young. It's hard to tell.
That's-
Interesting video, man. They're way creepy stuff, and we say it all the time. What you encounter in some of these videos, that when it's real people, it's way
Yeah.
just ooh, like that. I wouldn't like. what's a ghost gonna do? Throw a rock at me?
Yeah. It's gonna go,
And not
"Ooh,
well. Their aim's always off. They open a
spooky."
cabinet.
Yeah. An orange flies up from the floor of the kitchen and hits you in the face.
Oh,
Shout
so
out
there you
to
go,
our
guys.
Mellow Bird episode.
Three videos and one debunk of a previous video, as we like to do here on the show. Hey, I hope you guys enjoy. I want to know how many of you out there that watched the last video. And be honest, did any of you catch that it was a skunk before you watched it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or when you
did.
not before? It'd be weird if you caught it before you watched it, but as soon as you watched it, before we
Yeah.
told you it was a skunk. And shout out to Connie for catching that
Yep.
and keeping us honest over
Shout
here.
out
That's
to
what we
Connie.
want to do.
Go give her a follow down below. Just really make her day feel really weird that a bunch of people start following her out of nowhere.
We're random people who
Yeah.
start following her. Thank you guys for bringing in the clips you bring in, man, every week. Those are a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun watching these things together. It's just silly goodness, and we've talked since the very beginning. We're all skeptical believers. Our whole thing is like we believe stuff, but we always want to look for the holes. Because if I want proof, I want proof. I don't want it to be, yeah, but
Yeah.
and I'm not the type like we'll see Bigfoot videos that people be like, yeah, but it's not, and I'm like, no, that looks pretty legit. And so unless you can, don't just scream costume unless you got backup for said costume stuff. Like
Side note, I saw an actual blurry photo of a Bigfoot get taken yesterday at the Bigfoot festival. It was hilarious. Somebody took a picture of one of the statues, but they moved a little bit as they were taking it, and it came out blurry. And they go, "Oh, wait, we got to do that again. It's blurry." And all I could think was, "Well, yeah, it's Bigfoot. It has to be blurry."
well, we always say that with the Bigfoot though. People take blurry photos, people are like, why is it so blurry? And then they take a clear, it's way too clear.
Yeah.
So but thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you. Please come back and watch if you have not watched the turkey video, go back and watch the turkey video and come back next time when we have probably 3 or 4 brand new videos for you. Until then, guys, remember, always
Keep
Keep it creepy.
Oh, that was good, guys. You guys made that. Yeah, that was creepy. He was like, baby, you sound like, come play with us.
Yeah.
Next time when we have probably 3 or 4 brand new videos for you. Until then, guys, remember, always
Keep
Keep it creepy.
Oh, that was good, guys. You guys made that. Yeah, that was creepy. He was like, baby, you sound like, come play with us.
Yeah.
This is kind of creepy. Goosebumps rising up my spine. This is kind of creepy. Chills and thrills. The night is mine.
Bob Gimlin is alive as of this recording.
I said until he isn't. You said as of this recording.